Stardust, in our love. Claire Delaney had never believed in magic, not the wand-waving kind at least. She believed in gravity, deadlines, and the way Lila, her daughter, always fell asleep during the climax of her bedtime stories. Magic for Claire was managing to get the dishwasher to run and still squeezing in a few thousand words for her next novel before 2 a.m. But one thing Claire didn't expect was to find herself in the middle of a story stranger than any she'd ever written. It began on a rainy Tuesday, the kind that made coffee taste better and past mistakes feel closer. Claire had just stepped out of a bookstore, umbrella broken, manuscript soaked, mood soggy, and then he crashed into her. Literally. "Ah, you just dented my brain," she shouted. He blinked, holding out a hand. "Did I? Can I pay for repairs? Or a coffee? Or maybe a very expensive umbrella?" Sakura Hayashi, 26, too handsome, too confident, too. He was the founder of Halcyon, a wildly successful startup designing robotic prosthetics. He also had a ridiculous name for someone so infuriating, Sakura, like the cherry blossom, delicate, sweet, which he was most definitely not. They parted with sarcastic smiles and mutual irritation. The universe, however, had different plans. A week later, Claire was invited to speak at a tech literature conference. Panel title, The Future of Feelings in Artificial Intelligence. Gross. She planned to wing it, until she saw the other panelist. "Sakura," he smirked. "We meet again, Umbrella Avenger. If you're lucky, I won't use it as a sword this time." They argued, publicly, passionately. The audience loved it. Someone live-tweeted their banter. It went viral. People shipped them. Sakura trended for a whole day. Claire didn't find it funny, until she did. Somehow banter turned to coffee. Coffee turned to co-writing an essay on empathy in AI. That turned into late-night calls, deep talks, and the slow realization that Sakura wasn't clueless. He had built robotic legs for his mother, who lost hers in a car accident. He'd given up a job at his father's company because they wanted to patent prosthetics for profit. And Claire? She confessed that Lila was the reason she fought so hard. Her ex-husband had walked out when Lila was 2, said he wasn't ready, left a post-it note. Now it served as Claire's bookmark. "Do you always weaponize stationery?" Sakura asked. "Only for traitors." They laughed. They cried. Once she found him asleep on her couch with Lila curled up on his chest, the robotic bird he made her softly glowing. Claire's heart began to do things it had sworn off, like flutter, like hope. And then the world tilted. Claire's ex returned, not with roses, with a court order. He wanted custody. Claire shattered. Sakura raged. But Lila, she did something else. She hugged her mom, then she hugged Sakura and said, "Can't we just share the people we love? Isn't that what stories are for?" The court didn't go the way anyone expected. Claire's ex backed down when he realized Lila was scared, not safe. He left again, but something had already shifted. Claire withdrew. Sakura gave space. Lila stopped drawing. Until one rainy evening, Claire heard the flapping of mechanical wings. The bird. Lila was laughing. Sakura was outside, holding a box. Inside, a manuscript. "It's our story," he said, "but the ending's missing. I thought maybe we could write it together," Claire cried. Not because it hurt, because it felt real. Years passed. Claire's books became bestsellers. Sakura's company released the first emotionally responsive prosthetic. Lila grew up with a heart full of wonder and science. At their wedding, Claire whispered, "You were wrong, you know." Sakura raised a brow. "About what?" "You dented more than my brain. You rewrote it." He grinned. "And you rewired my soul." One starry night, long after their daughter went off to college, Claire and Sakura received a letter, sealed with gold wax, no return address, inside a contract from a secret research lab in Iceland. "We believe your story unlocked something. A new kind of AI. Part emotion, part intuition. We want you to be our narrative architects. Claire looked at Sakura. He smiled. Let's go write the future.